Hello and welcome to Unews. I'm Carolina Sarassa. Happy Monday, feliz lunes, and thank you for being with us today. And we began today with another setback for President Trump. An appeals court this morning ruling that President Trump cannot block the Manhattan DA's office from demanding his tax records from an accounting firm. A three-judge panel said today that presidential immunity does not bar the enforcement of a state grand jury subpoena, but the court noted they were not ruling on all the sweeping claims in an inquiry. Lawyers for the whistleblower have agreed to answer questions from Republicans, but on their own terms, keeping the person's identity under wraps. This, as new poll shows, rising support for impeachment. Lorraine Cáceres has the latest.
The Intelligence Committee has started releasing transcript of the depositions they've conducted so far. The public will now be able to read the testimonies of former Ukraine Ambassador Marie Yovanovitch and also former State Department Advisor Michael McKinley. Intelligence Committee Chairman Adam Schiff says 2 more transcripts will be released tomorrow. Interviews with Kurt Volker, the Special Envoy for Ukraine, and Gordon Sondland, the U.S. Ambassador to the European Union. Back to you, Carolina.
Thank you, Lorraine, for that report. Meanwhile, today at the White House, a number of players skipping a celebration honoring the Nationals. President Trump invited the team to the White House. Thousands of supporters. Sanders hit hard at President Trump early in his speech, declaring that Trump would have some incredible video out of California. Ventura County Fire tweets and continues. A network of hundreds of remote control cameras is helping 3 states keep a lookout for new infernos. The network already captured early images of the Kincaid and Maria fires in California. Rafael Rodriguez explains how this works. Now, the next phase of this project involves artificial intelligence, so computers can monitor the cameras and send out alerts when fires begin. And meanwhile, President Trump took to Twitter, coming out the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. We will shake up at McDonald's. The CEO has been forced out because of what the company calls a consensual relationship with an employee, which happens to be a violation of company policy. Paola Byron has the story. Now in the Big Apple, thousands of runners are recovering today after the New York City Marathon. Professional and amateur runners trained for months to conquer 26.2 miles across all 5 boroughs, and fans came out to cheer them on. Fabiola Galindo has all the details. Next, a U.S. citizen originally. Welcome back to Unews. Milwaukee police say they have arrested a man accused of throwing battery acid on another man's face during an argument. The victim says his attacker called them, quote, an illegal and told them to, quote, get out of this country. Gianni Aponte reports. About 100 people attended a vigil in New Hampshire Sunday night for a couple found murdered in Corpus Christi, Texas last week. Residents caught on camera in New Mexico. A man tried to run away from police over a busy expressway and even tried to hitch a ride with other cars. Ricardo Arambari has all the details. Now to our series, Second Chances, where we take a closer look at the difficulties people face after leaving prison and how they solve them. Today, the story of a Venezuelan mother who was sent to prison for more than 10 years. The woman began to transform her life while she was behind bars, and now that she's free, she's making the most out of this second chance. Roger Borges has a story. The story activists use the Dia de los Muertos celebrations to call attention to the growing problem of violence against women. Families of victims of femicide and gender violence set up an altar to remember those they have lost, but also to demand authorities to track down and convict those responsible. Paulina Gomez has more. In the Mexican state of Veracruz, the historic town of Naolinco is known for its Day of the Dead festivities. In the second part of her report, Claudia Zurita has more details on a celebration at a local cemetery.
Then calling all the souls to head back to Mitlan. They'll take the food and the gifts that their families prepared for them and wait another year to be together again. In Naolinco, Veracruz, Claudia Zurita, Unews.
When we come back, almost a dozen people getting sick. Remembering a television icon, astrologer Walter Mercado died over the weekend at the age of 87. For decades, he was known for his daily horoscopes, his extravagant costumes, And of course, his message, mucho, mucho amor. Cristina Costantini is co-directing the best of this weekend's sports action. Nico, welcome. And now let's go to the world of art. The Smithsonian National Portrait Gallery in Washington, D.C. just announced the winner of the prestigious portrait competition. This year's winner is Hugo Crosswaits, the first Latino to ever win the award. He joins me via. We only have 10 seconds left, but congratulations for watching Unews. We'll see you guys.